Having a basic understanding of what's included in the control panel is going to be very helpful for you to know moving forward as you start building your website. So together we're going to walk through the different parts of the control panel, and then in future videos we are going to break down each piece individually so you understand them in more detail. If you're just getting started with Joomla, this is actually a really exciting time to be getting on board. Joomla has made a lot of neat, really useful updates both to their front end and their back end recently. So it's made it a lot more user friendly, and it's really added some great basic features that you can expect. For example, one thing they have done is made sure sites are now mobile friendly. This means your website can be viewed and managed on your mobile device. So if you're out of town and realize you forgot to make an update, you can just jump on your phone and easily make that change. You'll see if I shrink my screen, everything starts to shrink. My menu appears first, and my top menu will appear here in this top button. If I click on any link, everything will appear in a mobile-friendly size. So this makes it really easy to manage your website directly from your mobile device. So let's take a look at a couple of the important parts of the Joomla control panel. When you first log in, you'll be presented with the Joomla dashboard, and that's where we'll go ahead and start. If you look at this Joomla symbol in the upper left-hand corner, clicking on that symbol will take you back to your main dashboard, which is where you logged in. One neat thing is you'll be able to click on a link up here in the upper right hand corner, and this will say the name of the site that you created when you installed Joomla. Clicking on this will automatically pop up a new window displaying your website. You'll notice that there are two sets of menus, one along the top and one along the left-hand panel. Both of them do the same thing. They will get you to the same places. However, the menu on the left-hand side, that really gets you to the places you're most likely going to need to go. So for instance, the first thing is under content, adding new articles, going under your article manager. So this is where you're going to create pages in your site. You'll be able to add new ones, edit ones. So that's something that's going to happen frequently. So they have this handy left-hand menu here for you. Under the first menu in the top is System. This is an area you probably are not going to touch a lot. If you go down to Global Configuration, you'll see that there are some settings that you may edit from time to time. You will be able to edit the site name. If you do need to take your site offline and include a custom message for anybody who's coming to your site while you are on maintenance mode, you'll be able to do that here. You'll notice that there are some search engine optimization settings. So search engine friendly URLs is something that's automatically going to be enabled. You'll be able to change your default editor, which we will do in a future video. If you want to enter keywords for your main site and a description, you can do that as well here. And you can also decide whether or not you want search engines to pick up your website. You'll notice here that by default, it is saying that it should not be picked up. So you may want to change that, but you may want to just leave that under no index, no follow until your website is complete. Now returning to the dashboard, there is a users menu, and this is where you'll be able to manage users on your site, whether they are other authors that can contribute content, or if you have subscribers that can do certain roles on your site. Menus, here you'll be able to view a list of your menus. If you have different menus from the top menu in your header, a different menu in your footer, or one on your sidebar, etc., those will all be listed here, and you'll be able to add and edit menus. Content is exactly as it sounds. You'll be able to add content and edit content that you've already created, whether that's text or images. Components. This is where it's going to list all of the components that you have installed on your website. And so we'll be getting into that in a future video as well. Extensions. If you are going to be installing a component, the first thing you'll need to do is go to your extension manager here, and that is going to allow you to install the component. Here you have your template manager, and this is also where you're going to be able to manage the design of your website, and you'll be able to add new templates. And the help menu is going to be helpful if you need help, if you need to find new extensions, if you need resources, if you want to get into the community, if you want to take a look at the forum and answer questions or ask questions. All of that you can jump to right from within your dashboard. On the left-hand side, as I mentioned previously, you'll be able to jump to various sections very quickly. So if you want to create a new article, which is a page, you'll be able to click Add New Article, and boom, you'll be right there on that page. So as you can see, there's the menu manager, user manager, global configuration, template manager. All of these we saw in the top menu. Here you'll be able to install extensions without having to go directly to the extension manager and having another step of saying that you want to install. You'll be taken directly there. The last section here is maintenance, and if there is a new version of Joomla that comes out, it's going to tell you right here. If you have installed several extensions and one of them has an update, a developer has published a new update, it will also tell you that here. So that way you can decide whether or not you'll need to upgrade. Now in the main area of the dashboard, you'll be able to tell who is currently logged in. And if you have multiple authors, you'll be able to see who's in there working at the same time. You'll see what your most popular articles are. And in these boxes here, you'll see the number of hits that each page has received. So of course, when this is a brand new site, you're going to see little to no hits at all. And as your site grows, those numbers will grow as well. This is also going to display some basic site information. A lot of this is if you're going to be working with a developer, if they are asking you information such as which version of PHP or MySQL are you set up with, you'll be able to tell them that here. You'll also be able to review your recently added articles, and if you want to jump to them, you can easily click on them here. So hopefully that gives you a quick overview of the Joomla control panel. It's very user-friendly. They've made it even more user-friendly than it used to be, and you'll be able to find what you're looking for very quickly, especially with this left-hand menu. What we're going to do in future videos, as I mentioned in the beginning, is we are going to go step by step through each of these menus, and we are going to learn more about articles in particular, more about categories, etc., so that you have a full in-depth understanding of each piece. So let's go ahead and get started.